All right.
Oh, wait, we're starting?
Yeah.
Oh,
what do you mean?
Like that?
What do you mean just like that? It's always just like that.
I gotta get myself.
You gotta get mentally prepared.
Whew, whew.
Well, here we are, episode 8.
Episode 8.
Losing our minds. I'm not gonna lie to you, there was a little part of me that felt like we would lose. We would, I don't know. We've been very consistent is what I'm trying to say. We've posted every Friday without fail.
So what did you think? You thought?
I don't know. I just thought
momentum?
maybe we would miss a week or whatever, but it's been really fun. We've really enjoyed this.
Yeah, we really enjoy talking to ourselves.
Yeah. And we're getting listens. I've been actually surprised how many listens when we look at the analytics.
I know we have. So
and people actually listen through most of the episode, which is cool too.
And I get DMs too on certain topics, and it's just been really cool.
I don't get DMs. I'm not near as popular as you.
You don't get DMs?
Not really. No, not very many. You get like 20 to 25 DMs per day.
No.
You said that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like in response to your stories.
Yeah. I just like to communicate with people via DM. Like I also respond to a lot of DMs.
Or you mean to stories?
I respond to a lot of stories. So I think that just creates a whole kind of a different world in the DM area, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just kind of have constant conversations with certain people in the DMs daily.
Right.
It's a good time. You should hop in my DMs if you haven't already. I tend
Unless
to
you're
respond.
a man, then get out.
Unless you're the dude who DM'd me yesterday. Did you see that?
Of course, you came and read it on stream to all my people. Oh,
yeah. I should read it. Let me read it.
It's so, you know, I never knew, like, go ahead.
Okay, so I got a DM yesterday on Instagram that said, "Hello, beautiful."
Good start.
Yeah. Great start, yeah.
Don't women love that? Hello, beautiful from a random person. That's a good way to start a DM.
Yeah. How do you feel having me as your sugar daddy lover who will cater?
To which I said, she already has a sugar daddy lover. What are you talking about? What do you think she calls me in private?
I know. Sugar daddy lover who will cater for you and sponsor all your daily needs.
I sponsor all your daily needs.
Love, ready to spoil you and pamper you with $200 daily. Which I say to that, I'm worth more. I want nothing in return other than companionship.
Selfless.
Just to keep company with communication and to kill boredom. And I'll spoil you. Nothing sexual. Let's talk if you're interested.
To which I said, you know what? Nothing sexual. He just wants companionship. You might want to say sure.
$200 a day, 365 days a year. How much does that? How much money would I make?
That's too much. That's too much math for me. $200
times
a day. 365.
Yeah. That's $73K, man. I'm worth way more.
You cost way more.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so another crazy thing. So the goal of this episode, we're actually doing like a Q&A. We did a Q&A on our Instagram. But before that, I think that's hilarious, your DM. Then we also had a crazy situation happen Monday where I was live on Twitch. Mm-hmm. And I was playing a game. I was playing a game I've never played before with like the people in my like Twitch community. They wanted to play this game called The Forest.
Yeah.
Which is basically like realistic Minecraft. You crash land on an island, your son gets taken, you have to find him, you cut down trees and
how in the world is that like Minecraft?
Because
I thought Minecraft is you build things.
Well, but that's what I was starting to say there. You cut down trees, you build like a base, and you can build out like your home fort.
Okay, so you just for survival?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just feel
survival.
like that's nothing like Minecraft except
but Minecraft is survival.
It is?
Like survival Minecraft, not creative Minecraft, survival Minecraft.
Oh, there's a survival Minecraft?
Yeah, where you like get hungry and you have to evade the zombies.
Okay, I feel like I would like that one.
You probably would like that.
Could you play it on like a Game Boy?
A Game Boy? Okay, boomer. Game Boys haven't been around. What are you talking about? Can I play it on my Game Boy Color?
Okay.
Sorry, I still have the black and white Game Boy.
Mine was pink.
But
what are they called?
Like a DS?
Oh, a DS. Could you play it on that?
Yeah, I think they have Minecraft on that. I think like Pocket Edition or something. Or maybe you can play... I don't know. Anyways, the point of this being, I was playing that game and I've never played it before. Well, we start the game. We're not 5-10 minutes into the game when somebody follows me on Twitch. And their Twitch name was I Hack Your Game. or I will hack your game or something like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't think anything of it. People have troll funny names on Twitch all the time. Yeah. So he follows me. I'm like, hey, what's up? Thanks for the follow, blah, blah, blah. Then he's like, hey, by the way, I live up to my name. And I start making fun of him. Like, yeah, whatever. Well, suddenly, in the game, my account starts talking, like, it's like Grayson Houston types to the other people in my group, like, all this profanity that I was not typing. Then I'm like, okay, I'm freaked out because it's like he is hacking my game. So I ban his account on Twitch, like in chat. I go like ban, right? So and it shows that in chat, like Grayson Houston has banned I will hack your game. Well, then he goes, he messages in the game something like that was a bad idea or something like that. And he unbans himself on Twitch as me.
So did you then freak out?
Yeah, it says Grayson Houston has unbanned so-and-so. I'm panicking. So I ban him again and then report his account to Twitch. He then makes a new account within like 2 minutes and comes on as like, very, very bad idea, Grayson. Now your game go boom. And then in game, he starts spawning all these enemies somehow, like hacking the game, and crashes the game for us. The game crashes.
I didn't know he crashed your game.
Yeah, he crashed the game.
Oh, wow.
So we're all, like me and then the guys that I'm playing with, we're freaking out at this point. Like, how is this guy doing this? And I'm concerned that he's in my Twitch account, which is connected to my bank account, all this different stuff. So I end the live stream, and then we're all like just in Discord talking, like, what do we do? And they're like, and everybody starts Googling, like, what do you do if you're getting like hacked live? And they're like, call, and then Google says, or the FBI says to call them. So I call the FBI.
You call the FBI?
Yeah, I call the FBI number, like the Denver number.
You called the actual FBI?
Yeah, like their crime reporting number.
I thought you just called the local police station. That's what you told me.
I did call the local police station, but first I called the FBI.
You called the FBI and the police?
Listen, I call the FBI. They take me to this automated thing that's like, hey, just submit a report online. Well, I'm panicking at this point because while I'm trying to call the FBI, I get a DM on Twitter from an account called @SillyGrayson.
Oh.
So this person went on.
I did not know that was their name.
Yeah, I sent you the screenshot of it. So it's from @SillyGrayson.
I didn't look at the.
Yeah, they made a unique account @SillyGrayson. They DM me and are saying like, Grayson, that was a very, very bad idea. Yeah. You've been a bad boy.
Yeah.
Go turn your stream back on within 30 minutes or something very bad will happen.
Yeah.
Then they start doing a countdown, like 28, 27, 26. Yeah. Then they go, hey, just for a little taste, I'm going to start leaking all of your info if you don't stream. And then he sends me my address here in Colorado. Apartment number.
Everything. Yeah.
So that is happening while I'm trying to reach the FBI. So they say like, hey, submit a request online. I'm like, forget that. So I call 911. I call the cops because I'm like, what do I do here? And at the very least, I knew the cops really couldn't do anything, but I wanted a police report on file while it was happening. That way, if I actually had like identity theft issues, I had a police report. So I call the cops, make a police report. Then he DMs me on Twitter my parents' address.
I know. When he DM'd you, when he DM'd our address, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you could find our address.
Parents' address, I started freaking out.
Oh, yeah. It was bad. It was bad. So it was scary, needless to say. So in the end, I banned all his accounts. I changed all my passwords. I submitted, the police report. I submitted a thing to Twitch, blah, blah, blah. But it was actually scary. Yeah, in the really moment, creepy. Like talking about it is funny, but in the moment it was like, how did this person access all my stuff? So
and then going to bed that night was like, it was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. But I know there's a couple of people that are gonna be like, well, what did you do? Well, now I'm streaming through a VPN, so my IP's not static anymore. And I also got this like password account thing that basically through the VPN provider, I have one extremely complicated master password, and then I make new passwords on all the sites through that app, and the passwords are like, as much as 60 digits long and super complicated. And anyway, so I took steps to like help secure my stuff because I suddenly realized I am putting myself out there pretty extensively live streaming on Twitch, and so I need to be kind of careful about, identity theft and stuff like that. Anyways, it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, now we're protected.
It was crazy. Hopefully. It was crazy. Watch, there's going to be some like people who think they're cybersecurity experts, like this. I've even got people in my Twitch community. They're like, "Oh, that VPN provider is not great," and I'm like, "Oh, really?
Oh, great.
Really? You work for some cybersecurity company?"
Right.
Yeah, I gave him a hard time. I was like, "Bro, you're in your mom's basement trying to tell me my VPN's not a good." Anyways.
Okay, first off, there's mad thunder and lightning outside. Have you?
Yeah, I've been hearing the thunder. Okay,
you can hear it. It's crazy. Yeah. It looks wild out there.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was I gonna say? I completely just had a brain fart. What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about getting hacked, but I think we should go ahead and now move on to the core of this episode, which is the
Q&A.
The Q&A we put out on our Instagrams. Hey, anybody that wants to ask questions, you can ask questions.
We put out on our Instagrams, ask us anything, and we'll do our best to answer them. We got questions that were all over the place.
Ariel got like
number one.
Ariel got like 50 DMs. I got like 4.
I don't.
I'll ask the first one.
Well, do you want to know what the number one question was?
That you got over and over again?
Yeah.
What was it? What?
You're gonna do that question?
What, that Kyle asked?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
But Kyle, just know, I know what you asked. We got
some inappropriate questions that we aren't gonna answer on the
But what was the number one question?
Babies. When will you have babies? Or do you want babies?
Should we use this
opportunity?
Should we use this episode as the announcement?
Well, guys,
we are not pregnant.
We aren't pregnant. No, we're not pregnant. You know what's funny is I think quarantine really has shown me more than ever that I definitely want to be a mom. Mm-hmm. Isn't that funny? I think because I've been so bored.
Oh, that's horrible. That's not.
How is that horrible?
Because being bored is not a reason to be a mom.
No, it's not a reason to be a mom, but it was like, oh my gosh, I definitely want to be a mom. One day, I want to do the things.
I don't know if you can hear that thunder over the mic.
Can you hear the thunder?
I think you're going to have to backtrack and explain this because you've backed yourself into a little bit of a corner here.
What corner did I back into?
That you're bored, so you want kids?
No, okay. Hold on. I'm not... Okay. Maybe we need to cut this out.
No.
I was sitting on the couch a couple months back watching a show. And this was like in the peaks of quarantine, man. Yeah. Like we've all seen every show on Netflix. It's bad at this point. And I'm sitting there thinking, is this the end of the world? Okay. If it is, I'm sad I don't get to be a mom. So I started kind of going down that spiral. And
that's kind of like before you get married and you're just praying to God, don't come and take us away before I get to be married and have sex.
Oh yeah, that's 100% a thing.
Now you're like,
oh,
okay, that wouldn't have made me jump, but you jumping scared the crap out of me.
So loud.
That was loud, but you scared me so bad.
Think it's close?
No.
How do you not? I just saw you. Don't they say lightning strikes and then however many seconds
to the thunder
is like
tells you some distance. Yeah. I don't know how it correlates, but yeah. There's a storm happening, babe. Thunder and lightning happen.
I hate storms.
So they answered the question about babies, though.
Okay, I'm not trying to like say, oh, I'm bored, I want a baby. Like that's not kind of what it. I think it was just the whole cycle. Oh, I'm sorry, he's saying it closer to the mic. I think it was just my whole spiral in quarantine of like. I just remember somebody telling me, you guys must be so bored because you don't have children. And I did think, I'm like, I went and visited a friend who has 3 kids during quarantine and the days went by so fast. Yeah. Like so fast. It was really nice. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. And I'm sure there's going to be some mom listening to this like, Ariel, you don't know what you're talking about. Enjoy your alone time or whatever. But honestly, long story short, we definitely want kids. I want to be a mom. I don't know if I want to be pregnant during a pandemic. Are you going to say anything about that? No? Okay.
Why not?
Why not? Because I've just had a couple friends who are pregnant during this pandemic. Oh,
we've had pregnant friends and it's been no big deal.
No, they just didn't get to have like normal baby showers.
Oh, so you just want the problem is the attention.
No, it's not the attention.
You really dug yourself into a couple holes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyone who wants to know about babies. We want children.
We're enjoying.
But we are enjoying this time in our lives.
And we're still young.
I'm 25. He's 26. We're still enjoying. We want to travel a little bit more. We want to just continue to be married without children. But we definitely want kids.
Probably. No. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, and that's one thing I think 2020 has shown me is I definitely want to be a mom. Just not yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's where we're at with babies.
Fair enough. So one of the questions I got that I thought was funny that we could just, talk on for about 60 seconds is, why did you chew the limbs off of our action figures when we were kids?
You did that? You chewed off the limbs? When I was a kid,
I would chew off the hands, and specifically like the fingers and the feet of my action figures. And I would sometimes do it to my friends' action figures.
Oh, how old were you?
Young,
How
5,
old?
6,
okay.
7, maybe 12.
17?
No, when I was young. It's this kind of like oral fixation that I have. That sounds inappropriate.
Yeah,
but
sounds really, wow, that sounds really inappropriate.
But like, I love to chew things. Ice. Like, I love eating.
Oh my goodness.
I love eating ice. I like gum. I bite my fingernails. I just like to be chewing on things, and so I think I would do that with my toys as well. So why did I do it? I don't know, but I did do it.
You don't chew a lot of gum.
I don't chew a lot of gum because I get.
You don't like it?
I don't know. I like if I buy a pack of gum, it's gone in 2 days because I will just chew through it, and so then it's just like. So yeah, I don't buy a lot of gum.
Interesting. Wow, I can't pull up my. Okay, there we go. All right, one of the questions I got. Let's try to do a funny one. Where is it? Actually, okay, this is hilarious because I got this question more than once.
Okay.
Why won't I let you get a cat?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because you're mean, cruel, hurtful, spiteful.
No, nasty. That is not why. What? Listen! Also, oh my gosh, look out the window.
Yeah, it's pouring.
That is insane.
It's moody. We need to finish the podcast so we can just enjoy it.
Yeah, I just want to enjoy it. Cuddle up on the couch. Cozy times. Okay, anyways, it's not that I won't let Grayson get a cat. It's that I
don't like cats.
You
think you don't like cats, but you've never had one.
I am allergic to cats.
You are lying.
No, I could be.
You could be allergic, but you're stating definitively as if it's a fact that you're allergic. I am a self-diagnosed.
Wait, hold on. I am allergic to cats, but it's a self-diagnosis. So that's where we're at.
And you've never even spent enough time around cats to know if you're allergic.
I have spent time with cats.
Your cousins, Ariel's cousins, had kittens. And we were over at their house for a couple of days, and you had no issues.
I sneezed like crazy. You didn't hear me? I can't believe you didn't hear me. That just shows you how much he listens.
Oh.
Wow. Anyway, so it's not that I'm against cats. It's that I have just self-diagnosed myself as
you can't
allergic.
Do that. You can't just say fine. I'm allergic.
I will get you a cat when you get me an English bulldog.
Okay, tomorrow.
Okay. Those suckers are a couple grand.
Never mind.
Okay. That just leads into cats or dogs, and obviously mine is dogs.
Mine is probably cats, but I love dogs. It's not like I'm a cat person and I dislike dogs. I love both, but I really enjoy a lot of elements of cat ownership. One of the reasons I enjoy cat ownership is that cats are just significantly less high maintenance. Mm-hmm. It's way easier to own a cat than it is a dog. Mm-hmm. As someone who grew up with both, cats are just less maintenance.
Yeah, and I mean, I have heard that, though. I have heard some people tell me that their cats are super bougie.
Maybe they're bad owners.
Maybe.
A lot of people, by the way, like living in an apartment around a bunch of people that have dogs and stuff has taught me so many people are terrible dog owners. Like, you know how you know how you can tell, like, you know, dogs are just misbehaved and wild and don't listen to a word their owner says. Kind of like what happens with kids and parents sometimes. Like how you can tell a parent just has no ability to like
you can tell.
Now this is unfair because I'm not a parent, so I can't really be judgmental of
but
parents.
We do. Look, I worked in the children's department at a church for 4 years. I am sorry, but I stand by this. I could tell you what kid was really kind of
not disciplined.
Yeah, always, every time. I every single time could tell you what kids. I point them out.
Do you know how much hate we're gonna get? Like, you don't have kids, you don't know. Some kids are just hard,
and that's fine.
Hey, let me tell you.
No, I know.
I can't imagine having had to raise you.
Oh my goodness,
that must have been so rough.
Are you kidding?
I don't even have to guess. I know it was rough because your parents have both told me. In fact, your dad was ready to pay me. Your father was ready to pay me to marry you and get you away from them.
Oh my goodness. People are going to think really bad things of you right now. So.
I'm just saying, I am simply restating what your parents have said to me.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
And your aunts.
Though I have to say,
every one of your family members talks about how hard it must be being married to you.
What? That is true. My aunt was.
But do you want to know the truth?
But
do you want to know the truth? Do you want to know the truth?
Okay, go ahead.
It's not hard at all. You're an incredible spouse.
Oh, okay.
I'm
about to throw up in my mouth. My aunt, she totally gave, she just praises you and then gives me a hard time and just all the things. But then she just texted me just a couple minutes ago. Thank you for the amazing time. I had so much fun with you. I love you. Yeah, see.
Make sure you tell
your... a good time.
Tell them the rest of that text that said, make sure you tell your amazing, wonderful husband.
You can read it. There was nothing.
You're such a liar.
Okay, whatever.
You're such a liar.
But all I have to say is I did get spanked a lot. And that is true. I think I probably was a little bit difficult and I had a ton of attitude. But again, it's just like, I act like my mom. So...
I don't know. Your mom is an angel. You?
Oh.
Send her that clip. Somebody clip that 5 seconds and send it to Martha, please.
All right. Next question.
I got the question, how long are you planning to stay in Colorado?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I actually got that one, too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wonder if we got it from the same person. So
no, we didn't.
We moved to Colorado in March of 2020. Yeah. Like 2 weeks before COVID caused actual shutdowns.
Yeah.
Which is crazy timing. And we really have enjoyed Colorado.
Yeah,
a lot.
Really have.
We really
Except
love
for
it.
this crazy storm that's happening right now.
But I love storms.
I can't even see
the weather is great.
Lot.
Listen, I grew up in El Paso.
Yeah, we grew up in the same exact weather, except hotter for me.
Yeah, and I have a lot of fondness for the people of El Paso. The city of El Paso, not so much. The weather of El Paso, not at all. So Colorado weather has been stupendously superb.
Yeah, you love the weather.
It is
here.
absolutely sublime here in terms of weather and a lot of other things. I really have liked Colorado a lot.
Yeah, you love the weather here. I do like heat though.
But there is heat. It was 93 today.
That is true. It is hot today. I cycled today. I did a cycle class right in the sun. There was no shade around me, and it was 50 minutes long. And yeah, I'm actually getting
You're bronzing.
I'm getting.
You're absolutely glistening, darling.
My Hispanic side is starting to pop out.
So we love Colorado, but I think we're also don't know that we're ready to say, hey, we're settled for like this is our like
forever
long term, at the very least long term, at the longest and forever home. Yeah.
We are definitely in a place where we are very open to new opportunities and new places and
just new adventures more than even it's like
new things.
There's because you make opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we want to go somewhere, you just make opportunities,
right? So who knows? Yeah, exactly. All right, so 2 more questions. Okay. Let's do 2 more.
Okay.
And then we'll call it a day.
Pick good ones, though.
I'll pick good ones. Okay. Ooh, I like this question. Okay. What other podcasts do you listen to besides yours? Grayson actually does not listen to our podcast.
No,
he has not literally not listened to back one episode. Yep.
I know. So my fear is that I'm going to listen back and I'm going to be like, wow, I'm the worst.
Let me just share with you a couple of mine. I'm going to open up my iTunes app right here, and I have some that I am subscribed to. So one person I listen to is Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, that's a
Gary
podcast.
The audio experience.
Yep, that's a podcast we both listen to. I listen to Dream Big by Bob Goff.
I've never listened to that.
That is a really good podcast. I like the guests he has on there. We both listen to the Andrew Klavan Show.
Andrew Klavan's my favorite.
Yep. I have two influencers that I like that have podcasts, and one is Off the Vine with Caitlin Briscoe. I like her podcast. And also The Good Life with Stevie and Suzanne, which are two influencers that I really, really like, a couple, and they do their own little podcast too. So that's about it.
We also both, I probably more than you, listen to Joe Rogan a lot.
Oh, and Joe Rogan. Yeah. You listen. My dad is trying to FaceTime me.
Just text him, tell him you're calling back. Okay. Tell him, hey, we doing important things. But yeah, I really like Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yes, we both listen to Joe Rogan, but you listen a little bit more. Yeah. I just do it depending on
the guest. But so I like Joe Rogan's podcast because
multiple times
walk out and answer him and all.
Hey, what's wrong?
I decided to just wait for you.
Okay.
All right, she has returned.
I've returned. Everything is fine. They just wanted to tell me something.
So I like listening to Joe Rogan because he has a very wide array of guests.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy, like, he'll bring people on that I, like, totally disagree with a lot of their views and outlooks and stuff, but I really love listening to it because it lets me, like, be open-minded as well as either be affirmed in my perspective and kind of understand. I think it's really important when you have certain viewpoints that you become extremely well versed and really understand viewpoints that are different or even in opposition to yours.
Yeah.
Because it makes you smarter and it makes you make sure that you believe what you say you believe. If you believe something, but you don't even know of any other perspectives, or you don't understand and are empathetic to other perspectives, you don't really believe anything. You just have kind of confirmation bias from the people around you or the people you grew up with.
Right.
So I really like Joe Rogan's podcast because, I mean, sure, he has people on that I agree with as well, but he has a lot of just random people that offer different worldviews and give me opportunity to really think through my perspectives and all of that sort of stuff. And the
opportunity to change your perspective if you want to change it.
Right.
It's just an opportunity for you to continue to grow.
Yeah. And
expand your mind.
Yeah.
And a fun one we do listen to is Impulsive. Impulsive. Okay, but hold on. Literally, I only listen to that podcast depending on who their guest is. If they have an interesting guest, then I'll listen in. And I've also got to say, I had no idea who the heck the Paul brothers were until 3 months ago.
So if you're a boomer and don't know what...
am I a boomer?
If you're a boomer and don't know what Impulsive is, it's Logan Paul's podcast. And Logan Paul is kind of a famous / infamous YouTuber. But the podcast is interesting.
Aren't him and his brother like super controversial?
His brother kind of still is. He's not as much nowadays, but he's been very controversial over the years. You may remember in I want to say it was the Winter Olympics of like 20... When was the last Winter Olympics? Was it 2014, 2012, 2016? Idea. Whenever the last Winter Olympics were, he got real... I don't know if it was winter. It may have been Summer Olympics. Anyways, it was one of his big things that I thought was hilarious. He did these like... He got on camera in the background of tons of the Olympic coverage, and he would stand in the back dabbing like crazy.
Who?
Logan Paul.
Logan? Or is that the older one?
Yeah, that's Impulsive.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Anyways, his podcast is interesting because it's very culturally relevant for like young millennials / Gen Z, and I think it's important to stay as relevant as possible with you know, so his is kind of funny and entertaining. I also listen a lot to Jordan Peterson's podcast.
Oh yeah, you do like Jordan Peterson a lot.
Yeah. I also listen to the Andy Stanley Leadership Podcast. Oh yes,
I do listen to Andy Stanley. That's somebody I listen to, like messages and stuff like that in the morning. Sometimes if I want a good Jesus message, I like Andy Stanley and Craig Rochelle. So those are two pastors that I listen to like in the mornings.
Gotcha.
Sometimes. So okay. Last question. How did you guys know that each other were the one? I'll let you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yes, tell me how you knew.
I mean, all you got to do is see the smoke show, and you like, mamacita, ¿dónde está Santa Claus?
¿Dónde está Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Where is Santa Claus?
Yeah, that's a song. That's a
is it
Spanish
really?
Christmas song. Yeah.
Is it really?
Mamacita, ¿dónde está Santa? Anyway, so.
Okay. You're so cute.
So in all seriousness, giving a serious answer would be, I think this sounds unromantic, and if you're like a young adult / teenager that's single and is a little bit of a hopeless romantic, this is going to sound depressing, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
I never it's not about you being the one.
Yeah.
I don't really subscribe to the idea of there is the one, and you have to find that one person. Otherwise, we talked about that on our dating podcast a little bit, but I think it's more.
That sounds like if you're searching for the one, that just sounds like an exhausting hunt.
What a daunting, and then what if you break up with someone you thought was the one? Then it's like your world is over.
It's over.
It's just like, I think for a lot of different reasons is an unhealthy perspective.
Yeah.
But
it's one that's created by Hollywood.
Oh, it's TV. A total Hollywood thing.
100%.
Like The Notebook. Do you realize how problematic a movie The Notebook actually is?
That reminds me of my grandparents, though. So.
I mean, the way they die together in the end is cute, but there's so many elements.
The way they die together in the end is cute.
we could really do a breakdown of The Notebook, because I loved that movie.
I know you did.
But it was just because it was so teen angsty, hopeless, romantic kind of crap.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think you don't find the one. I think what you do is you find someone
you choose,
but you should choose the right person. And I think the way you choose the right person is you find someone not necessarily that you share the same hobbies and interests as, but rather someone that you share the same values in life, the same core values.
Yeah, totally.
What's important? How are you going to raise your kids? How are you going to handle in-laws? How are you going to handle money? How do you view the world? How do you view religion? How do you view politics? Not that you have to agree on 100% of those things.
You just need to agree on the core things.
You have to have core agreement on the most important things in life.
Yeah.
And so I think with you, I found somebody who I had very core agreement with, somebody that I was obviously attracted to, and somebody that I felt would, that had the capacity to mutually choose me. As I chose you, you chose me, all those sorts of things. So obviously, then there was chemistry. We fell in love, but anybody can fall in love. Staying in love is the core thing. And I felt as if I had found someone who was willing to go through that journey of staying in love and had the same kind of worldview and outlook on the most important things and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess for me, as I got older, I realized, okay, there's no such thing as the one. Even though my parents totally raised me to believe there's no such thing as the one, that so many people will come into your life and cross your path. Pause. Anybody watching on YouTube right now is going to see us sharing this Starbucks drink.
So?
And it may just totally gross them out.
Why? We're married.
I don't know. It's just going back and forth. Also, you drank so much of it.
I didn't. I took 2 little sips.
Those are big old sips.
I'm a big old boy.
Okay. Back to what we were saying. Unpause. So many people can come in your path, and it's up to you to choose who basically you want to be with, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? We get the option, we get the choice to pick our person, and hopefully they pick us back. And I just remember I was 19 or I think I was 19 or 20. I don't know how old I was, but it was in 2014, and you were playing, I don't think you remember this, but it was a Sunday, and I was sitting in the audience, and you were up on stage at your parents' church playing the bass guitar. Mm-hmm. And we had been dating for a while. And I remember, I remember exactly what you were wearing. I remember exactly what I was wearing.
I was looking like a total dime piece
You
snack,
were looking like a quarter. I remember everything about this moment. And I looked at you while you were playing. And I, in that moment, literally said to myself, I pick him. And it was like this moment that I had of things just clicking. Do you know what I mean? Like you had said, of course, the core values, like things in our lives just clicked. And it was this moment that I had where I was like, this is it. I really do choose him. And that same day you told me you loved me. Yeah. So it's just kind of crazy how I think it's not necessarily,
after I told you that after or before you had that thought?
You told me that after, later that evening.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily, oh, did I find the one? Yes, I found the one. You are my one. You are my person. But it was me deciding that I was choosing you and that every day I was going to choose you. Because anybody who's been in a relationship for a long time, anyone who's been in love for a long time or married for a long time, they know not every day. Like, I love you, but not every day I like you, because it's just, that's the part of relationships, and you're working things out, and not everything is always perfect, and not everything is always Instagram happy, and Instagram, like, not everything in life has a filter on it. Okay. Right. Like, things are real. We are real people figuring everything out. There are days where you irk me. There are days where I irk you. I was waiting for a joke there. Okay, I was waiting
every day.
Okay. But we still wake up every day and pick each other. Like, we still know we're going to fall asleep next to each other at the end of the day, that you are going to be my husband. Just because things get hard doesn't mean that our relationship status is going to change. We are married. We're sticking this out. We are committed to each other. So you mean
I shouldn't have changed it on Facebook to It's Complicated?
Oh, whatever. So anyways, it's just that it's that choice that you make with your partner, and picking that person who does share similar things, important things, the core things. I think that's so incredibly, I think that's what shapes a relationship. It's important, Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah. So I think
you probably articulated that better than me, but that was great. Good job.
Oh.
I
think that's it.
We didn't get to all the questions, but
no, we didn't.
We don't want to run too long. Thanks to everybody who asked questions.
If I didn't answer your question, DM me on Instagram and I will send you a DM back with the answer.
Or we'll just record another one of these.
Or I'll just, that's true. I'll save your question. Cool. Let's do that.
All right.
All right. Well, with that, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button,
that like
because
button.
And that like.
Don't hit that dislike. Don't hit that dislike.
Yeah, don't hit that dislike and the like button, because it really supports our channel. If you are listening on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever else you listen to podcasts, hit that follow, leave a review, hit that 5 stars. Whatever. It just really supports us. With that, thank you for listening to the Losing Our Minds podcast, where we recommend that you take none of our advice because, well, what is it?
We're losing our minds.
We're losing our minds. I'm Ariel.
I'm Grayson.
You see, I said I've.
You said I instead of I've been.
I know.
I was ready to ask you, who are you going to be now?
I'm going to be Eva Longoria in a minute.
I don't know what that is. Is that good for me or bad for me?
I have no idea. It's just a name that popped into my head.
All right, see ya.
Adios.